Does it have to be craniosacral therapy to help tinnitus? No. I recommend craniosacral therapy because it's something that worked for me and it can be very, very calming and settling. But the most important thing is to find whatever works for you. So if you decide to try out slow movements and you go on an incredibly slow walk, and after 20 minutes you drop into a very deep, calm state of embodied awareness, and as a result your adrenaline levels drop and your tinnitus backs right off. Fantastic. When you discover ways of getting the tinnitus to back off, it's incredibly empowering and motivating and becomes much easier to practice. You don't have to put pressure on yourself to do cranial sacral therapy, or you must do these things to get better, because a lot of people with tinnitus can be very driven, and very mentally focused and almost obsessive about perfection and getting better with great impatience. This is not helpful. What you're aiming for is that anything that leaves you in a state of calm and feeling peaceful and relaxed and embodied, really in touch with how you're feeling inside. I always think a lovely way of judging, here I go, whether a craniosacral therapy session is good, it's at the end of the session, the therapist almost brings me round, and I don't know where I've been, but there's a sense of body lying on the couch, calmness inside, and that annoying twitter of the head has gone quiet. It's just there's just a clear head. There's just, here we are, here's the body, things are calm, and they feel settled. But you don't have to have craniosacral therapy to get better with tinnitus. Finding a really good body-based therapist will help you relax and switch off. You may need to experiment and try various different things out to see what works for you. The most important thing is getting yourself out of that mental fight or flight state where things are tense and you're reacting, or that frozen, overwhelmed state, and having a grounded, nearby, professional body-based practitioner who can bring your nervous system down is incredibly helpful. At a deep level, the transference or the transmission of the energy, we're all bundles of energy at the end of the day. And if somebody's very calm and grounded and they have a very coherent body-mind experience, that's quite strong. And if somebody's chaotic and all over the place and stressed and meeting somebody who's very calm and clear, actually the coherence of that clarity tends to hold sway and helps the settle and go calm. Underneath, that's what's happening. So finding activities that help you get into that state, finding hands-on therapists who can really ground you and calm you and settle you is incredibly helpful. But you don't have to go to a craniosacral therapist and this has got to stop my tinnitus, and that very urgent, needy, clingy, that hopefully you can with time start to let go of this urgent, impatient quality and just switch off and drop into stillness. And it may be with a fantastic masseur, it may be a brilliant shiatsu practitioner, maybe a brilliant acupuncturist. Find somebody who you get on with who can really calm you down. And if you go into process and you get angry or impatient and, oh, this is not working for me, how is this going to help? If you tell your therapist, hang out with it, and very often these squalls of activation can just pass through, and then you drop back into stillness again. very good to let these things out and then settle.